Hi, dear friends. I'm happy to be with you today. I hope all is well for you, that you are having a wonderful weekend. So it is the beginning of our small event, New Beginning 2020, but talking more about love today and miracles. It's it's a really big subject. um, it's a big subject, and you can see it from so many different points of views, levels of understanding, and experience. Your experience might have an impact on how you see love and you see miracles. So for today, I wanted first to welcome you to this small event. We would have 5 YouTubers that will share with you their vision about love, their spreads, their knowledge. We will be talking about astrology, we'll be talking about Cupid, we'll be talking about connection, shadow side of love, and more today within the next hour. So this will mark the beginning of the day, or the small day. So you will find. Let me see the hours so I can give you the right time. So now it's 3 p.m. UK time. I will be beginning the event with 10 tarot teachings on love and miracles. Then we will have Tara will be just after me, and she will speak about getting to know Cupid and how to work with his energy. After that, you will have Julianne. She will speak about the shadow side of love, and bring a deeper love, maybe lover, and more loving relationship in our lives. After that, we have Silvia. She will speak about the astrology and love. And Sadhana will be the last one. She will be closing our circle today, and she will talk about heart-centered chakras. So please stay with us and enjoy, and also share with us, because we are this is an interactive event, and that's why we are doing it live. Some can be recorded, but we privilege really live time, so we can share together. Hello, hello, Shiribag. Okay, so talking about love, I wanted to start from the beginning and wanted to see what is the definition of love. When I looked on the internet, they were saying love is an intense feeling of deep affection and a great interest and pleasure in something, a deep affection or sexual love for someone. And the question that arises when I see the definition of love is like, why are we running after it during all our lives? Why are we running after love? I mean, when you see the movies, when you see the series, I love Korean series and Korean drama, and a lot of stories about love. When you follow, for example, the songs, when you hear them, when you see, for example, the magazines, it's all about love for someone, love that we are seeking, love of our tarot decks. We are always looking for love. We are really, our life turns around this love. So I wanted to see what the tarot wanted to tell us about love, and I will talk about that just later. When we talk about miracles, there is another story. And when I talked about this subject, I thank really our group for today, because they had this courage to go out and talk about this subject. Because for some people, love and miracles, sometimes they appear like old-fashioned theme. Some don't want to really talk about it. It's like there are so many stereotypes. There are so many images that we associated to miracles, to love. Maybe we associated religious beliefs to miracles and love. Maybe we associated our own suffering. Do really miracles exist? Do they exist? I don't believe in them. I want to stay in the safest part that says, do things by yourself. That will assure you to have a result. Miracles, not sure. There are many ideas, many point of views about miracles. And again, I saw the definition on the internet, and they said that miracle is an extraordinary and welcome event that is not explicable by nature or scientific laws, and is therefore attributed to a divine agency. But wait a second. I mean, what it means that miracles is something that we do not, or we cannot explain by our mind. But if we can explain it, that means that it's no more a miracle. That means, for example, if it rains, it's no more a miracle. Well, in the past, it was a miracle, especially in a season that is really dry and hot and summery. So it's like, what is a miracle? This brought me to this question about, what do we perceive as really a miracle or not? Do we need to acknowledge a miracle and know how it functions and how it happened? But if I know how it happened, that means that it's not a miracle anymore. This is really weird. I mean, is the fact that we explain things, it's like they are not magical anymore. So I mean, do you see this belief system that is related to that? Hi, Sadhana. Yes, you are getting ready for your day. Wonderful. I'm impatient to see your hour later. So yeah, so you see that there are a lot of things associated with our own point of view. There is the point of view of the society that has an impact about our abilities or not to accept miracles and love. So this is the big questions that I'm bringing to you today. What is your actual state? What is your actual belief about miracles and love? And I would suggest that you probably do this spread now or later, because it's not a complicated spread. It's a spread that will have 3 questions. And the first question is this one. How are you doing with miracles and love? Just a simple question. It's not why and no, really, what is your actual belief about miracles and love? Also, I do this in my French channel. Check it below if you speak French or if you like to see some tarot collections and all this. I like coming to the video from an inspired perspective. That means I see what is happening today and see how it is related to our video. And before I come, I had this workshop we have in our school. We teach tarot of Marseille, its secrets, with Marie-Christine Chambon. Beautiful training. And today was the day of the fool. So not the fool, sorry, the magician. We learned about the magician, and we learned about how to incorporate the magician from an energy perspective, and then understand it from the mind and see how it relates to our lives. And I realized, and I'm talking about my personal perspective, of course, you can check from your side how the word love and miracle vibrates with you. But I realized that a lot of miracles happened in my life. I received a lot of love, but I refused it because I was judging myself that I am maybe not enough. Maybe I am not good enough to receive this love. Maybe I'm not good enough to receive these miracles. And anyway, what am I going to do with them? There is this part of acknowledging that some beautiful things happen in our lives, but we ignore them. We try to ignore them because they are too big or too big for our understanding. But also sometimes they are contrary. They come and challenge our actual beliefs. If I believe that I'm not good enough, this is not normal that miracles happen. No, it's not supposed to, If I judge that miracles do not exist, well, if something really marvelous happens, I will ignore it because it's something that does not belong to the reality I constructed around me. So this questioning of how am I doing with love? How am I doing with miracles? Always bring a profound thought, a profound honest talk with ourselves. And this can happen without even bringing your cards into the table. We need to have this ability, when we talk about love and miracles, to have space, to have time, to ask these questions. I really believe that we need to have space, a sacred space inside, to be able to receive the answer. Because if we start by doing spread right away, are we really able to listen? Are we really ready to listen to what Tarot is saying? So this brings me to this idea of bringing maybe some tools, sharing with you some tools that help you enter to this inner space, to ask the questions, but also maybe to be able to see the love that you live in and the miracles that you live in. It can be, for example, for talking about tools, it can be meditation, different types of meditation. I love, at the moment, I'm really into meditating with birds, because at the moment I hear them a lot. I'm really present to birds, and they bring me this feeling of being present at the moment, of joy, really joy. So this type of meditative state or contemplative state is really awesome. I love also the being moving, meditation in movement, and there is the I love improvised dance. I used to do belly dance, and I still do it sometimes, but I love improvised dance. You don't need to plan your dance, you just need to be in the movement and to be in here and now, and that brings you really to be in presence. Because miracles, what they need, miracles and love, they need you to be in presence. They need you to be present. So I talked about meditation in movement, about contemplation, hearing, but also something really simple. And I'm sure you know about that. You know totally about gratitude, about listing your gratitudes for the day. I love doing that, especially before I go sleeping, because and it changes really. I mean, I see the difference when I don't do it, and I see the difference if I do it, and how I sleep. That is that quietness that comes to your heart before you sleep, and you see not only what is missing during your day, but also what you have fulfilled, what are the beautiful things that you have received. So there are some tools like that can help you to get to that inner state. And then you can ask this question of, what am I doing, or how am I doing at the moment with love and miracles? So what about doing this spread now? Like, pick a card, choose any deck you have, and I'm gonna show you a lot of decks. I brought some decks, so to give you another perspective also. But for now, choose any deck you have, any deck you are using or you want to use. It can be a tarot deck, it can be an oracle, and then we will jump to tarot. So how am I doing with miracles and love at the moment? Yes, Sadhana, is to become more receptive. Hi, douceur et nature. Okay, so let me grab a tarot deck that is not in here to see how am I doing. I got an answer, but let's see if something else comes in. Which tarot deck I want to use? Oh, let's use this one. I just received it, and I am in love. I am in love with it, and it is the Hush Tarot. And it offers really different perspective, different way of interpreting the tarot card. I'm getting familiar a little with it, and it has a lot of birds, by the way. It has a lot of animals. So how am I doing with love and miracle at the moment? Am I accepting? Am I rejecting? Am I ignoring? And see what the cards tells you. Okay. Right. This is really interesting. I got the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, I mean, see the picture. It's beautiful. It's vibrant. It's profound. This tarot deck is really wonderful one. I mean, it's one of the best I've seen in the market, and I have an indie deck shop. This one is Mars Market, and I really love it. I mean, I say it's one of the best. I hope to have it maybe one day in my shop. But so this again, we are in this two birds, and I have seen this. It's like a military tool or military bomb. I don't know how to call it in English. It's a grenade. So it's like it can explode at any moment. But at the same time, something comes to me. It's like really, I'm feeling with these two birds. It's like I'm starting just to notice the profound meaning of miracles and love. And this military tool, I don't see it from negative perspective. I see it as a positive perspective, from positive perspective, as our own ability not just to receive, but to create miracles. And it is like we are sitting on a big potential, a big creative potential that I am still not fully aware of. And that I just started, I just started, and I'm waiting for it to explode. It's like, it's really something beautiful I'm having here. And it's not, like the traditional, balance and all this and choice, but it's really, this is the message that I'm getting from this card. It's like, we are just scratching the surface, and there are so much profound teachings and possibilities when we connect to love and miracles. And of course, when we talk about that, something comes to my mind. The ability to heal, people who went to the other side and they came back with profound change in their hearts, profound change in their physical body. The miracles that happen, miracle where it's when something unexpected happen. It's not something explained, but for me, it's something not planned, unexpected. So we need, if I see this card, we need to open ourselves to all the possibilities, and not closing our minds to just one. We use visualization, creative visualization, and sometimes we visualize just something at the level of where we are. And we need sometimes to higher our perspective, to imagine something that is bigger than where we are. And this way, we make it possible. We open ourselves to receive something that is bigger than our expectations. And sometimes I say to myself, do I have to imagine and visualize? Sometimes I just don't want to visualize. I want just to be open to everything and let the best come, So this is what comes through this card. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Silvia. Okay, so the first question was, how am I doing with miracles and love at the moment? Now I will bring you to another question. And the next two questions, I will show you some tarot decks that will help you to get the answer. Why? Because these two questions will show different states of mind, different state of emotions, and having and using, and I'm sure that you are a tarot lover, so you will have probably many decks. If you don't use your own deck, you are not obliged to have all these decks. But having different tarot decks help you to really enter to the state of the question or the emotion of the question. So the first question is, or the second question is, am I accepting miracles? Or it can be more precise, why am I not accepting miracles? Why are we not accepting miracles? It happens even in our society. We are not accepting the miracles of nature. We are not accepting the miracles of the water. We are not accepting the miracles of the trees. We are not accepting the miracles of each others. And this non-acceptance creates chaos from negative perspective, creates destruction, creates non-recognition of our strengths, not recognition of the beauty that is inside every being, nature, human, man, woman, whatever their beliefs, whatever are their religions, whatever are their lives. So why are we not accepting these miracles? And to answer this question, you can use some tarot deck that can bring that clarity, that can show maybe this state of mind. And I'm showing you some decks you can use. There is the Next Word Tarot that is really, I love this side of being connected to the humans, to the life. It's not Next Word Tarot. We are already in this world, I think, from the depictions. So this deck will show us really maybe the true side of the society and how it is impacting us. So you can use this tarot. You can use the Urban Tarot that also shows maybe that side of humanity, that we need to acknowledge, that maybe that's chaos side. You can use maybe the Fountain Tarot that can bring clarity also. For me, it's very helpful deck because it cuts through emotions and shows you really the truth. And I think I'll be using it for this question because there are some things I wanted to share with you about the teachings of tarot about this. The Luminous Spirit, also a beautiful deck that brings that clarity. Let me show you some cards so you can see and sense what I'm saying. Some nudity in the cards. So we need sometimes that clarity of mind to see through our own sufferings, our own struggles, our own mind, roots. Why are we not accepting miracles and love in our lives? And how is this impacting our lives? So this deck would be really interesting to use for this type of questions. Another deck that can bring clarity too is the Spolia Tarot, of course, for its clarity side, cutting, very, very beautiful deck that can be helpful too. And for today, I want to use the Fontaine Tarot and also other decks for this question. Oh yes, this one. So we have the Pagan Other Words. Talking about cutting, I had this Death card. So this tarot deck can help you also to ask this question. When I show you all these decks, I want to use them all for this just one question. So the Pagan Other Words can help you also to answer these types of questions. Now, I will be using tarot deck for more specific cards, but I did already this exercise and I wanted to share with you some things that came. Why are we not believing in miracles and love? And I have got 5 teachings from tarot, and I'm sure they can be different from a person to another. And I want you to explore. I'm giving you the teachings I have found that have spoken to me, but see what are the teachings of tarot for you for this question and share them with us, because every one of us will have different answers. Tarot, I want to say enough about, is a life, it's a book of life, is a book of cosmic laws, spiritual laws, is a book of mysteries. I don't believe that it has created just recently. I believe really it has been channeled through many layers, and it has been grouping so it can arrive in our hands now at the moment of our society. it is bringing wisdom, it is bringing richness, it is bringing also all this polarity in it and around it, so we can confront it in ourselves and attain again unity. So, you know, it's a book of teachings, and we need to explore it from a personal way. You know, it's easy to say, okay, these are the 5 teachings, but these 5 teachings are different and personalized. So jump in your cards and see what they have to say. Ask big questions. And I love Rachel Pollack. She asks big questions about life to tarot. Who is God? We can ask these questions. What are miracles? What are love to tarot? And, you know, as we have just small time for today, we can do that. But I'm giving you like just ideas about how to open this book of teachings and explore it for serious questions like this. Okay, so about love and tarot. One of the questions that came, did I bring this? So one of the teachings that came was why we don't believe in miracles. I got the 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles, you know, when you are looking for a card, it doesn't come straight away. I have prepared my cards, but this one I forgot. I've got the 4 of coins, but the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of coins, disappearing, not here. So I will speak about it while looking. 5 of Pentacles is, I have 3 of Pentacles, 6, but the 5, disappearing. Okay, anyway, I will speak about it briefly. The 5 of Pentacles, there is a lot of guilt in this card, a lot of sadness, but really what spoke to me more is that guilt, you know, not being able, you know, that I spoke just recently about it. It's like not being enough. It can be also not doing enough. So there is this side of the card. The other card that came for me was 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups, you can see with all the cups that are hanging and showing the dreams. And they show the expectations I talked about. When we talk about love and miracles, we are expecting something. And these expectations, sometimes they are related to our father and mother. They are related to the society. Maybe they are related to some missing part that we feel in our lives, in our hearts. But in truth, maybe we don't need that, you know. We want maybe big car, big things, successful in this, successful in that. But is it really that important? You know, when we focus on something, we forget everything else. You know, this is typically human. It's one of our characteristics. We cannot have a big view of everything. We work by compartment. We work by boxes. And this card about, you know, talking about expectation, about the dreams, about our desires, we forget the desires of our true heart, of our soul. What is my dream? What is my soul dream when I came to this planet? Why did I come? Asking these questions, you know, are my expectations, you know, I want to, like at the moment I'm working on different oracle decks and tarot decks, working on them and creating them, but I always need to come back to the center and saying, what is really important for me? What is really filling my heart with joy? Because it's so easy to go with the wind of things and, you know, people and what's happening, and we forget what is our true hope, true call. The other cards that came, why am I not finding my cards? Why? The other cards, yeah, I think I will show you more the next part for this one. I'm sure you know all the cards. But the card that came after was related to the 6 of Cups. And Six of Cups, we relate it to the past, to our memories, childhood. And for me, it is related also to our past memories before we come to the earth. We come to the earth, sometimes you call them like past lives. I prefer calling them past memories because it goes bigger than past lives. And past memories, these past memories come also from our ancestors, from other beings. And there is that desire sometimes to go back to a state of being. Sometimes I hear people saying, I was a priestess, I was this, I was that. But at the moment, we are here now in this planet as X and Y, as Wasima, as Sadhana, as Julianne, and we are no more what we were. We integrated it, it's done. And now we need to integrate a new experience. But sometimes we are caught up in the past. We are caught up in the beauties and the love we have lived in the past. In the even in this life, we had love affairs. We have loved someone, and we have loved our parents. But the time passes, and we live in this life in circles, in cycles, and the cycle comes to the end and starts again. And these cycles bring change. So we do not sometimes stay with the loved ones. We cannot stay with our parents. We need to change. We need to change places, move somewhere else, move to other countries. But we stay caught up in the past. We stay, and this staying in the past or going to the future, see with this duality in the Four of Cups, in the Seven of Cups, we are in the desires, and the Six of Cups, we are in the past. Yet we are not really in the here and now. And this is where it is important to come back, in the here and now, to see the beauty of love and we receive and the miracles that are happening. And the last one is the Seven of Wands. I'm telling you, the cards. Oh, did I put them here? Seven of Wands. Seven. No. I don't know why I didn't put out these cards. Anyway, the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, you see also always a depiction of someone who is fighting or ready to fight against the other persons. But in this state of mind, the Seven of Wands, there is that belief of being victim, of victimhood. I am alone in front of all this. I am a victim of life. I am a victim of what happens around me. And this can be also a state of mind that prevent us from seeing the love we receive. We are always fighting. We are in fighting mode in life. We need it sometimes. This is important. But staying all the time in this mind of fighting, I am alone against the others. I am alone against the events. We do not see that maybe the person, if she jumps or he jumps from the hill, because he is fighting and he's on the top of the hill. But if he jumps, maybe he can find the love that he's seeking, or he can find the support he's seeking, or just letting go ourselves. And sometimes just stop fighting, let things, when I'm saying that, like my shoulders, I feel them like dropping. Maybe if we jump, we will find a river that will bring us to where we want to go and bring us away from this conflict and away from the complications we have. Maybe if we jump, we find a bird, like in some movies, you find a bird, we find a dragon that can carry you to other lands. So there is this victimhood side that prevents us from seeing love and miracles. Now, I talked about what prevents us from seeing miracles, why we don't believe in them, Now we will be talking about what can we do to re-believe again in miracles, in love. Through my exploration and inner exploration, I really realized that it's not as much as about asking miracles, but it's really about being able to accept miracles. And this is for my way, for my path. So see from your path, how does it sound, but what can you do? So what can you do to accept and to receive the miracles, to be able to see them, to be able to see life with beauty, to be able to attract it also if you have something you want to receive and is not there yet. How can you make yourself ready for miracles, ready for love? Sometimes I say to my clients, especially when it's about love, and when will he come? When will he arrive? When will this relation be unfolding? And sometimes I say, what is really important is to make yourself ready for when it will come. Make yourself ready. Love yourself. Love your life. Love your physical appearance. Love your way of living. Love yourself. And as much as you love yourself, you open yourself as a rose, as a flower that is ready to be smelled, that is ready to receive the love of the passengers, the passengers. So make yourself ready. Yeah. So what does the tarot tell us about getting ready? And I have got some cards. So ask this question to your card. So how can you make yourself ready, or how can you accept miracles and love and welcome them into your life? And the teachings that I have got from tarot. The first one, and I have got these cards. Oh yes, let me show you the tarot cards that you can use for this question before. Okay, so welcoming miracles, welcoming love is about colors for me. It's about being alive. It's about joy. And there are some tarot decks that I feel really joy with them. And first one is the Guided Hand Tarot, which is full of creativity and full of life. And it feels alive. It feels it feels alive. It feels it has emotions. Before, in the question just before, why am I not accepting? Why it's true? We are more in the dead part, and the white and black. And here we are in the vivid part. It's like the life starts to move, the energy starts to move. So this is the role also of the decks we use. From vibration perspective, from energy perspective, we need to use decks that vibrate with the question we are asking. It's the same thing as when we talk about love spreads, work spreads. There are some tarot decks that work better than others. Sometimes it's not related at all to the image, but more about the vibration. We talk about another deck that you might want to use, Tarot de Sainte Croix. Again, the colors, the vivid aspect, it awakens you. It's like you were stagnant in the first questions, and now something starts to move. You awaken to something, very, very beautiful tarot deck. So this one would be really interesting to answer these questions. I wonder if you see them very well with the light. Anyway, beautiful deck, and I feel its energy. There is fire energy, and some decks that are related. Some of them are related to the fire energy that comes and transmutes the old. So it can have this the side of transmuting, transforming. If you want to know more about the vibrational decks, I have made some videos about this. You can find another deck that just came also. I have waited so long to have it, but I'm sure you know about it. It's the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Also, it brings that joy, it brings that dreamy state, it brings that desire to reconnect with the magical aspect of life. So it can be really beautiful to answer this question. What can I do to reconnect with love? What can I do to reconnect with miracles, to accept them? And also it can speak to the inner child of us, because sometimes it's really about working with the inner child and why we don't accept these sides. It's more psychological work and we cannot dive deep in it for today, but I'm just giving you some insights that you can think about. The same, for example, the Victorian fairies tarot can play this part. The hidden realms can play also this part of, inner child answering to you. And the other tarot deck that I have just two left to show you. After that, you will see the teachings. This one is the Shimonet tarot deck, of course, one of my favorites, because not just the colors, there is something related to emotions, so it can help you to answer the question from the perspective of what emotions are stuck and I need to free to see love and to reconnect with love. It can speak also about relationships, the relationships that we are having at the moment and that we need sometimes to free. It's a really good one for me, and anyway, it speaks a lot about relationships. One of the best decks I have for relationships spreads too. And also it can, with the energy of water, which is watery, this deck is watery, it will bring this, again, that side of making things flow again. So you bring this tarot deck with an intention. It can be an intention of transmuting the old, it can be the intention of making things flow, and it can be the intention of bringing simply more joy and happiness to your life. And that's why I'm using the Playful Heart Tarot. So you bring a tarot deck that will put or manifest an intention you have. Okay, let me share with you, putting these decks away. So let me share with you some teachings that I have got from the tarot about how can I reconnect, how can I accept again love and miracles. And the first card that came was the Fool. I had many majors in this question. So the Fool, what does it mean? I mean this deck is really, it's really amazing deck. Jumping from the hill or the mountain, smiling, we do not know where we are going. Not just talking about faith. It's really, for me, this card is talking about our link to the divinity or to God or to the universe. Jumping doesn't mean that we are far away from the unity or from God or from the universe or the creator. I am always and still connected to the universe. I'm still part of it. I'm not separated. And this, for me, the Fool really speaks about the separation. The separation we feel when we are born, separation from our mother. All our life, earthly life, is about separation. It's about uniting and separating. We unite with loved ones, we unite with families, we unite with work, and then we separate from work, we unite with this earth, and then we separate. It's all about separation. So even if we separate, we are not disconnected. So we are always linked. This is what comes. We are always linked to the Creator, and thus this connection allows me to receive light and love in a continuous way. It's not disconnected. It's like a channel. It's like a radio or a YouTube channel that is open 24 hours all the time. It's just that sometimes we close it because it's too much, But this is the card. There is another one that speaks also about love, and there is the Lovers. I mean, see this card is so funny. And this card, the Lovers, for me, it's not about receiving love. It's more about choice. And we see here there is like a cup, and things, things at the bottom, they are stuck, and at the, at the surface, they are more light and sunny. It's really about choice. This card is about choice. What are we able to see, and what we want to see or not? For example, doing the gratitude thing, before we sleep, it's choice. It appears so much simple that sometimes we do not do it. We like complicated things as a human, but it's so simple, but the effect is so big that is sometimes just doesn't make sense that we do not do it. I mean, the effect, we see the effect, we understand the effect, but sometimes we prevent ourselves from doing the things that make sense, that really makes us feel good. I mean, this is really not normal as a human being. So it's about a choice, choosing what we see, choosing small actions of small love actions and love proofs for ourselves. See the time, I need to move on. Okay, the next teaching, I have a lot of oh, sorry, I showed you the devil, but it's the Lovers. It's interesting to talk about the Lovers and devil that came in. I'm sorry, I didn't see that's the devil here, but it's really interesting about the choice that we see here, that the devil appeared to me in this video instead of the Lovers. So yeah, this is really interesting. Okay. The other card that I wanted to show you as teachings that came in is the, which one is the Star? Here is the Star. And the Star, again, it speaks to me about this connection, about being guided. We are always being guided. It can, whatever the situation that happens, we are always guided. Maybe one day I will speak about the some events that happen in my life regarding sickness and chronic disease and other events. And even when I see it now, I see really that they have changed my lives. And if these things didn't happen, I wouldn't be here speaking on YouTube about tarot and sharing this passion with, my French community and giving the classes and so on. So sometimes the worst things that can happen, and it appears easy sometimes, but they bring us a miracle inside. Every single event has a pair, and it's just a proof that we are guided. And it can be hard on us and our life, on emotional level, physical level, but we are being guided in this experience, and it is just an experience anyway. It's just an experience. We are just here for some time, and after that we are leaving. So why don't we make this journey as much as joyful, as happy, as lovable, as beautiful as we can, whatever is the situation. And the last one is the word. What is the word? Don't tell me that I didn't bring the word. I've brought the word. I have it. Okay. And the last teaching that I will share with you that I've received from how can we embrace and what can help us to accept miracles, the word. Again, this speaks about the experience I was talking about, but also about connection to others. We are here to learn, but also to learn from each other, to share. And there is beauty, there is miracles when you share with others. When I share my story, maybe it will speak to some of you. Maybe it won't, for some, but those who it will speak to, they will feel something in their hearts. And this is beauty. This is miracle, to be able to connect to each others. I mean, internet has a side effect, this is for sure, but it has also miracles. For me, it's a miracle to be able to connect through the word and talking about tarot, and be able to connect from heart to heart. and bringing beauty to YouTube. Maybe we won't have like thousands and thousands and thousands of views, but we are bringing beauty to the hundreds that are looking at us now and that are listening to us. So again, that being grateful to this connection. So miracle a lot for today, that this is where I feel is really a lot about gratitude. Having gratitude of what we have, of the miracles, because they are miracles. All the miracles we have during the day, every time. So a miracle is a natural state of the world. A miracle is not about something I don't understand. It's not something that is unexpected. No, it's really the natural state of the world. Magic is the natural state of the world. Love is the natural state of the world. It's like it's like the internet. You just need to connect. You need to have the Wi-Fi to connect to this vibration or to connect to this base of information that is love and miracle. You just need to tune into it, like a radio vibration or radio synchronization or Wi-Fi. We need to connect to this view in a way. And yeah, that's why I wanted to share with you. At the end, I really believe that tarot is also another miracle, and I have a lot of gratitude that it brings some people, that brings some people together to share about our passion and to open us to see things from different perspective and to be honest with ourselves in order to change it, because we are in a critical moment of the humanity, and everything we change at the moment, even our way of thinking. I hope you have shifted at least 1% in your energy, from not accepting to accepting, from forgetting to gratitude to remembering, because every change will have an impact on every cell we have, on every vibration we send, and on the next generations. I really believe it. So yeah. All right, so thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this talk. You enjoyed me talking, because I didn't see a lot of your comments, but I hope you can share with us your spreads or the cards that you have thought about during this hour. I will let you know, just sharing now the channel of Tara, who will be the next one. Let me just put it below. Here we go. All right, so I just shared the channel for Tara, who will be the next one. And share with us your spread, share with us your pictures if you want. And the link of the Facebook group is just below. So wishing you a very, very nice day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.